everybody, Ada Schlumpkowski welcoming you into the Student Rec Center on a very snowy January afternoon. The Humber Hawks are in town to take on the Conestoga Condors. The second meeting between these two teams. Humber won the opener. Conestoga looking for redemption in this one. Two amazing lineups being announced right now. We have the action for you momentarily. Starting lineup set to get things underway for the visiting Humber Hawks. They will start with Winter, Joseph, Destiny, Martin Brown, Bapti, and Bonnick. Conestoga countering with a familiar lineup: Kellerman, Schumacher, Weber, Beckford, and the newcomer Calvert. The snow is falling. Friends might be calling, asking you what time this one gets underway. It's right now as we are set for tip-off. Maddie Weaver going to take on Destiny momentarily. A couple seconds falling off the game clock. That's going to be reset prior. And with the tip-off, we are underway. Conestoga will start first when their home whites going left to right. And this pass is going to go high, a little bit too high for Weber to reel in. And that will flip the possession arrow going the other way. Destiny with the inbound. We are underway. It's going to be Sarah Bapti getting things going. A key player to watch for the Humber Hawks. Very dangerous as this is stolen away by Kellerman. And Conestoga up with numbers. Now slowing the tempo down is Schumacher. Quarterbacking this offense for the Condors. Able to find Calvert along the left wing. Conestoga looking for the opening point. Gets it to Weber off the glass and in. Maddie Weber opens the scoring. Averaging just under 10 points per game. Maddie Weber, a force in the paint. Definitely going to be an area that the Humber Hawks try to negate, limiting her effectiveness as well as Beckford. And that was a good close-up by Beckford. Watching Bonnick. This one off the glass will be no good. Kellerman grabs the board. Conestoga in the first minute has lead, and this is going to be kept alive. Is still up at a long home run pass reeled in. It's up off the glass and in. That will be the opening 2 points for the Hawks. They draw back to even with Marley Bonnet picking up the bucket. This afternoon's officials for the contest going to be Josh McLean, Alan Miach, with the crew chief being Mark Bullock. And the three ball is up. Will clang off the iron. Offensive board taken in by Martin Brown. And the Hawks have their first lead of the afternoon. Applying some pressure in the offensive zone. Beckford going to be turned away. She'll be dumping this ball out of bounds. Martin Brown getting her first bucket. The early intensity of the Hawks on full display. Been their MO all season long. They have really forced key mistakes of their opponents. Coming in 8-2 on the season. Splitting evenly at home and away. 4-1. Conestoga back on the attack. They go over to Kellerman, who'll go off the glass. Will be no foul on the play. The shot was unable to fall and quickly up in transition. Pulling up from around the elbow, clanging off the iron. Conestoga looking for the floor to open up a little bit in the early goings. They find Ella Schumacher. She has some room to work. Opting to put it in the post, reeled in now by Weber. Weber will go cross court. Zipping one over and feeding Beckford. The mid-range jumper will be off the mark. Sarah Bapty. Bapty steps up and finds an open pass, and that is going to be 2 more points for the Hawks. A great feed from Bapty. Currently 4th in the league in assists, showing why 44 on the season. As she had great vision on this one, into the corner. Culver lets it fly. This one will be no good. A foul going to be called. Foul will be on Beckford, picking up her first of the game. Action back underway. Bapty brings it up for the Hawks in this battle of the birds. This one back into the paint. And from a near impossible angle, Bonnet going to add 2 more. The Brampton, Ontario native having herself a quarter. This pass is going to be knocked away from Schumacher, taken back in by the Hawks. Going right back on the attack. Double team came, and this is turned over. Beckford with the steal, able to find Culver, who's all alone. Going up off the glass will be too much. And it is stolen away. Jumping the passing lane was Kellerman. Thought about the 3-ball, opting to pass. Has Culver in the corner. Corner 3. Will rattle out and will fall out. An unfortunate bounce for the Condors, going up the other way and converting. Joseph picking up the 2 points. And it is 10-2 in the early going. This one up from Bapty. And with that point, that is going to be an early timeout taken by D. Channer. The Hawks up by 10. Currently on a 10-0 run are the Humber Hawks. They really have upticked the intensity in the early going. That's a key to the game for the Condors, is matching the intensity that Humber plays with. Have to come out with energy and see if they can try to keep the Hawks quiet. It's going to take that all 4 quarters. Thus far, currently trailing by 10. Well, we have a minute. We take a look at the standings in the Western Conference. Mohawk still with a perfect 10-0 record sit atop the West. Humber with that 8-2 record we mentioned earlier, currently in the 2nd seed. Conestoga in the 5 spot. The 4-5 record after winning their last game against Redeemer. Conestoga won 61-42 on January 14th to open up their 2026 part of the season. Would win all 4 quarters. They currently trail by 10, looking to get back in the scoring column. A couple of good shooters. They're going to look to try to penetrate on the interior part. Right now, Humber holding them to the perimeter, and it is wrestled free from Beckford, picked up by Colbert. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Has to get the shot up. It's into the corner for Schumacher. Patience waits, lets it up, and this will be off the iron. On the counter attack, Bapty going back to work. Schumacher closely watching her. Conestoga getting some good early closeouts, but the penetration on the interior has really been the difference maker, as Kellerman able to wrestle and take possession for the Condors. Again goes Adri Kellerman, will bring it up for Conestoga. Being met by Bapty. Everyone into the post. Beckford. Now it is over to Weber. It's kicked out. Culver lets it go. Off the glass, no good. Culver shooting some early threes. Still looking to cash in on her first from downtown. This one in the corner, and it is picked off. Jumping the lane was Malia Culfert. Great awareness from a newcomer to this team, as that will bring in Alicia Bujold. When the Hawks go right back to work. Winter Josephs. Conestoga looking to keep the Humber Hawks on the perimeter, but making a nice move, unable to get the finish at the basket. It will stay with Humber, however. .14 seconds on the shot clock. 4:46 in the first quarter remaining. Walking along the perimeter. This goes up, and bringing down another rebound is Jamila Beckford. Beckford currently first in the league in rebounds per game, over 13 of them. And this will be a foul. Persia Martin Brown going to be picking up the foul. Contact right there on Weber's right arm. That will send Maddie Weber to the line. The Waterloo native currently shooting 78.9% this season. Go over 2 on this trip. Bujold tried to grab the loose ball, but the Hawks will maintain possession as they come back up court. And cutting around and going up for the finish at the net with Sarah Bapti. She's up to 4 points. Quick burst of speed, was able to find a lane and will generate more offense for the Hawks as they're on a 12-0 run. Conestoga looking for a stop. Schumacher is trying to get around her defender and will go up. Count the basket plus the foul. Great drive from Ella Schumacher, getting her first points of the contest as we have another look at this one. Quick drive, several Hawks surrounding her, and she's able to find a lane and convert. Now attempt to make it a 3-point play. And she will convert, making it a 3-point play, ending the run for the Hawks. Schumacher missed a couple of games in the first half of the season due to injury, and in the first regular season game back as this shot in and out. Had 6 points to go along with 4 rebounds as this pass will be behind Weber. Will be up and in. The Hawks able to capitalize on a miscue. Conestoga looking for a response. Just to see who's the primary target. They go to the interior via Weber or Beckford if they try to play along the perimeter. This one zipped over for Schumacher, mid-range jumper short. Humber back on the attack, currently the 3rd best points per game team in the OCAA, 72.9. So you can really rack up the points. This one up and good. The 3-ball will fall for the Hawks. Their lead grows to 14. Bapti converting on the 3-pointer. Gives her a team-high 7 points in the opening quarter. Playing along the perimeter now, getting into the paint for Kellerman. It's kicked out for Schumacher. She lets it go. And this one will be out there. And great job from Bujold getting the rebound, but will be stuffed in the paint. Now quickly up in transition. This ball carrying off a couple of different hands. Conestoga takes back over. Humber came out firing in their last game as they would lead the first quarter 23-9 after 1. And this is good! Adri Kellerman gets her first bucket. As that will give her 3 points on her first attempt from deep. Trying to work around the screen was Winter Josephs. It's into the corner. Good cycle from Humber. This shot will be off the mark Falling down was Winter Josephs, and it will head out of bounds. Culver coming back into the game now. There's a couple of substitutions being made for Humber. 1:45 on the clock, will be Conestoga ball. Good crowd on hand this afternoon to take in this basketball game. Zipping it over into the paint. It'll be in and out of the hands of Kellerman. Quickly corralled by Bujold. And now Beckford goes off the glass. A tough finish. And Jamila Beckford gets 2 points. Had several Hawks draped all over her. Was able to find a way to the net. This one in and out. And Conestoga back on the attack. Kellerman grabs the defensive board. And is going to be turned away. She's able to get across half. And is going to offload. Looking for an opening. Kellerman lets it go again. This one will rim out. Racing back Culver, trying to catch up to Babty. This one off of Beckford. Be high off the top and is still alive for the Hawks. Top of the arc. This shot is up from Bonnick. Will just miss. Pressure from Culver. Off the hell ball, the possession will remain with the Hawks. Conestoga cutting into this lead, now just trailed by 9 with under a minute to go. This is up, no good. Rebound taken in by Weber. Apostolou going to be picking up that foul, will be the team's third. This time's ticking away. 2 possessions left. Moving forward, it's Kellerman trying to find an opening. This pass was deflected, able to reach Weber. She back down, goes for the reversal, up and in. Maddie Weber so good at that move, able to penetrate into the defense and trying to close out. That is going to be a foul now on Weber, as Bonnick got into the paint, and she has wreaked havoc thus far. Currently 3 of 8 from the field, 6 points in the opening quarter, as we have another look at this play. And there's the contact right there that drew the whistle. One of 2 on that trip. Humber able to keep possession.
Baseline, please! Baseline!
Trickery of the Hawks as well as Mohawk tripping up there. It will be the last possession. Conestoga can take this one right down to the buzzer. They're going to have to get up and get a shot going. Schumacher will try to heave one. Conestoga could not get much past half court. At the end of one, 20-12, our score in favor of Humber in search to extend their winning streak to 4 games. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have the second quarter for you in a minute. Right after this, it's the Hawks versus the Condors, OCAA women's basketball. Ready to get back underway for the second quarter. If you're just tuning in, 20 points for the Hawks gives them an 8-point lead coming into the second. Babty and Bonnick each with 7 points in the game thus far. Maddie Weber leading for the Condors with 4 points. 2 rebounds to her name. Kellerman 3 points, 3 rebounds as well. Conestoga will start with possession for the second quarter, and we are underway. Colbert has it previously of the Laurier Golden Hawks. Will offload this one into the security of Weber, who tries to find an opening, finds Colbert, and she will drive to the net, goes for a floater and converts. Leah Colbert gets a bucket. Left the game early in their last contest against Redeemer with an injury. She's back in the lineup. You can count the bucket plus the foul. Foul will be on Weber. A chance to make it a 4-point play. Colbert had 3 points in that game against Redeemer before exiting with that injury. It was a 3-ball. And this has Babty to the line. And Babty will convert on her first free throw of the game. Currently shooting 61.9% on the season. It makes it a 4-point play for the Hawks. They're trying to split over for Colbert, has it back. Finding it into the post for Weber. It will be knocked out of her hands by Bonnick. Colbert was able to corral. Shot having to get up from Schumacher. It is off the mark. And Schumacher tried to come back for it, and it will stay with the Condors. Great pressure from Ella Schumacher, forcing the turnover. Space in the paint coming at a premium in this game for Conestoga, as Humber has really made it tough for them to get into the interior part of the floor. And Kellerman will let it fly, and she is good from the corner. Kellerman now 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Colbert closely watching. It will be offloaded, playing along the perimeter into the hands of Babty, already up to 11 points in the contest. For my Pacific now driving hard. It is up and will just miss. Martin was looking. Conestoga off the rush, and it is going to hit off of the defender, the lone Hawk back, as it was Beckford and Weber going on a 2-on-1 rush. And this will fall. Good protection from Schumacher, shielding, trying to keep that ball alive. Colbert has it. And the pass was intended for Beckford, will be beyond her reach and out of bounds past the baseline. Action back underway. A couple minutes have come and gone. Just tuning in this one into the post. Now it's kicked back out, playing along the perimeter, driving hard. Offloading, great play from Bujold for the turnover. Colbert will try to throw it over to Beckford. A little bit of a broken play. Conestoga going to have to get up the floor. And a long stretch pass finding Bujold, who will corral. She gets into the paint, will go up and will just miss. Conestoga for stop. Babty has all kinds of time, sets her feet and will knock down the triple. She is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc and making her mark felt in this game. Currently 10th in the league in points, 132. This goes into the corner and quick passing play, trying to generate some space for the Condors. Beckford trying to go up, will not be able to get the shot to fall. Now back on the counter attack. Martin now slowing tempo down, has some room to work. And Babty going to be called for the travel. Conestoga off of that Change of possession now, back with the ball. Schumacher brings it up. Into for Beckford. It's kicked out. Schumacher might have looked for the shot. It's going to the top of the arc now for Kellerman, who steps back, lets it fly. This one will clang off the iron. Bujold tried to grab it, but it will be Hawks' ball going the other way. Playing along, this shot is up and will be short. The ball up from Winter Josephs. (29-17) our score with 6 minutes and some change left. Kellerman able to get the ball. She is going to have immediate pressure on her. Conestoga trying to generate some offense along the perimeter. It gets into the paint, however. 4 seconds up. Kellerman lets it go. And will hit off the iron and will be no good. Martin thought about it, now drives in. Humber passing very well in this game, really opening up some lanes. As a great play from Schumacher, knocking it away, continuing to disrupt the passing lanes is Ella Schumacher. That will be a timeout taken. He's going to recall the keys to the game for the Humber Hawks, primarily focusing on keeping Beckford and Weber off the glass, two of the best rebounders in the league, having to try to limit their effectiveness when they get into the paint, having their guards disrupt the gaps, and make sure they can get those quick baskets and try to generate that offense off of the rush, and being able to get it done on the interior, and then looking back if it is not quite there. Guards have disrupted a number of passing attempts thus far for the Condors, really making them work and having to look twice to make sure they can get the pass over to the intended target. With that whistle, timeout set to expire. We are ready to resume. Possession will be with the Hawks. Conestoga has a couple of defensive takeaways, looking for a couple with 5:30 on the clock. Conestoga looking for an opening. Beckford trying to get a hand on that. Swatted it away. It will be out of bounds, remaining with the Hawks. 1 second on the shot clock. Going to have to develop a catch and shoot. See if they opt to go to Bapti, who has been lights out, 100% shooting so far. A quick whistle stopping play. And action set to get back underway. And the pass will go to Bapti, who lets it go. And this will be over top of the glass. That will end her perfect streak. This was a tough-looking shot for Sarah Bapti, who was well beyond the arc. Conestoga gets the stop. Conestoga going back to work on offense after getting the stop. See if they can generate some offense. Schumacher zips one on over. Kellerman now with the rock. And immediate close. A good pass from Schumacher finds Weber in the paint and converting. Excellent vision, leading to 2 points for the Condors. Schumacher going to pick up the assist on the play. Weber adding 2 more points. There's some opening, and Culver trying to come back, but it will be 2 more points as the Hawks sneaking behind the defensive lines. Adding 2 more points right back. Good response from Humber. Pass reeled in by Weber, went over top of Schumacher. Streaking up was Beckford. be over her hands, and Kellerman keeps the possession alive for the Condors. Nothing opening up. Schumacher is picked off. Coming back the other way is Humber with a head of steam. Destiny up. Count the bucket. Plus the foul. Timeout will be taken by the Condors prior to the free throw. But Destiny on with 2 points, 3 rebounds. Coming up to that free throw will be after this timeout. Both of these teams very exceptional in the rebounds per game. 3rd in the league for Conestoga, 9th for Humber. The battle of the glass, so important. Humber actually lost that battle when they took on the Fanshawe Falcons. Fanshawe would have 44 to the Hawks 33. Humber still coming away with that win. 78-62 was the final score. Set to be a big battle between these two teams. See who's able to win that battle and generate some offense, leading to those second chance opportunities, as well as getting key defensive stops when they need it. Conestoga still down 33-19 as we play on here in the second quarter. 4:16 on the clock. Destiny from Venice, Italy has the shot up, and it will be good. A 3-point play for number 7. Coming back the other way, lob pass trying to find Weber. She's able to bring it in, and the shot will just roll off the rim. It's a good look for Maddie Weber. She's currently tied with the team lead at 6 points with Kellerman. Going up, and that is swatted away. Great closing gap from Weber, and was able to utilize her 6'2" frame, knocking that one out of bounds. Weber the team lead in blocks with 17. Showing exactly why that is the case as she's sort of, and that is stolen away by Kellerman. Adri Kellerman back on the attack, finds Weber, and now turning back was Maddie Weber. Kellerman looking for a passing lane, opting to go over to the open Schumacher. 5 seconds on the shot clock, nothing to be had. Beckford has to get it up off the glass, rolling off the rim rather. The shot will not fall. Humber on the ensuing possession. A quick hand off to Bapti. Bapti slowing the tempo down. Foul going to be on Nawar. Nawar's first foul of the game. Conestoga takes over off the offensive infraction. Off the inbound is Kellerman leading the charge for the Condors. Kellerman, 12.7 points per game, currently has 6 in the contest. This pass able to find Colford. Throwing it into the post for Weber. As she looks, will not be able to get the bucket to fall. Humber doing a great job boxing out, limiting the second chance opportunities in the contest. This shot will clang off the front of the iron. Beckford back the other way. Conestoga has numbers. It's over to Beckford and the closing gap. And this will be a foul on Bonnick. Post in, Bonnick closed the gap. And there is the contact. Beckford's first 2 free throws of the match. Has double-digit points in all but 1 game this season. Season high 23. The second shot will fall. Beckford going 50% on this trip. Trying to cut into this lead of the Hawks. We're up by 14. This is up and good off the glass. Culvert sets out. It's going to be closely watched by Nawar. Has Kellerman on the left wing, left unguarded right now. And a nice move from Weber. Very nice move in the paint to add 2 more points to her total and the Condors' cause. Moving up, pulling up and letting it go. Weber grabs the board.
Go!
Good crossover from Culver, trying to generate some space. Was closely watched by Joseph. And this will be turned over. Zalea Joseph with the takeaway. Now coming back. Corner is open. Bapti lets it go off the mark. 1:23 to go in the half. And it's Schumacher coming back for the Condors. It's Kellerman in the corner. The shot is up and will hit off the iron. And Joseph's grabbing the rebound, her third of the game. Humber right back on the offensive attack. That one knocked away by Beckford. Was able to soar up and reject the passing lane. This shot up, no good, and Beckford will await and collect the rebound. Under a minute to go. Back Adri Kellerman, feeding over now to Weber, who will convert again. Maddie Weber up to 10 points. Be a timeout taken by the Hawks. Maddie Weaver spent 2 seasons with the York Lions, 97 points, 90 rebounds. Currently with the team lead here for the Condors. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. As she tries to lead the offensive charge in the comeback. Conestoga trailing by 12 at the time of the timeout. Message being delivered by the Hawks head coach CJ Nofuente. As they have had good luck as of recent, winning their last 3 games. Primarily led via Bapti, team leader in points, also leading in minutes. She is up over 300 this season. The Hawks without Kia Watt as she graduated from the program. Bapti, however, is last year's Defensive Player of the Year. Very impressive numbers from her. 104 rebounds, 44 steals, 11 blocks. And she has 2 more steals in this game. Needs just 2 more to pass her single season high. As she approaches 200 in her career. Very impressive numbers from her. And it now is the aforementioned Bapti with a burst of speed, trying to get around Schumacher, able to match the pace. Switching over now, Beckford closely watching Bapti. Mid-range jumper will not be able to fall. Punched away into the security of Beckford. Beckford looking for a passing lane, finds Kellerman, 21 seconds on the clock. And Kellerman gets across half court, trying to find Beckford. That will be a foul called. Kellerman was forced to the sidelines, was looking for Beckford. Double team came. The foul going to be called on Bapti, her first. Conestoga on the ensuing possession. Gets it over to Kellerman, who will go up and finish. Driving hard to the rack. 2 more points for Adri Kellerman. Known for her 3-point prowess, able to do it on the interior. Shot clock shut off. This shot up and will fall just short. The buzzer sounds. It's recess. Hawks up by 10. Don't go anywhere. You're watching OCAA Women's Basketball, part of OCAA Live.
watching it. There's no reaction time to it. But of course you can't react. Instinct, right? I still say Maddie, give the ball on the high point. Go to the basket. Waiting to look to pass. She's not being so careless, dribbling out in front. Not gonna be all over that. What do we do with this sand? I didn't know that. Power trouble, whatever. Inexcusable. You're cheering against us. I'm not taking it personal. I'm not taking it personal.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He did all of them on the
Things ready to get underway for the third quarter. Conestoga closed the gap in that second. Humber would have 16 points, and Conestoga's 14. Primary difference is in the paint. 24 points for Humber, 18 for Conestoga. Teams very similar in most other statistical categories. Slight edge in the rebounding for Humber as well, 26-19. As they lead by 10 coming out of the break. We are ready to go. The first possession will be for the Humber Hawks. We are ready to go. It's action backing away. Bapti getting things started on the opening possession of the second half for the Hawks. Very impressive first half stats. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for number 15. As going up through the paint, cutting through traffic, unable to get the finish. Conestoga, good closeout, gets the first stop. And now they transition back into offense. Handed off for Culvert. Has 2 points in this one, 5 as a Condor across 2 games. Kellerman playing along the perimeter. Shot having to get up 6 seconds on the clock. It goes over to Schumacher, loses the handle on the ball. It's over to Weber. Shot has to get up. And that will be it for that possession. Score remains divided by 10. Coming back, Bapti is going to be met by Kellerman, but before she does, it is offloaded. Bonnick had it momentarily, quick hands and passing, trying to create some space. As Schumacher closes the gap, wrestling for the ball. It will be up, not good. Beckford grabbing the rebound, put another one on her category. And with a burst of speed, here comes Culver splitting the D. It goes up, will hit on the underside of the net, and now on the counterattack, back the other way, 1-on-1. As this will be no good the other way, and it will be swatted away by Kellerman. Quick pace to this second half. Now slowing the tempo down, it will remain with the Hawks. Bapti looking to inbound. Good pass that found Martin Brown. It's back to Sarah Bapti, however. Getting back into the interior. This one rolling up high. And Culvert slow to get up as she took some contact in the paint. Beckford has the ball and finds Culvert, who's back into the play. That ball knocked free, coming back. Now go the Humber Hawks. Culvert almost had the takeaway. It's into the corner. Bapti will just miss on this attempt. Kellerman collects on the near sideline and moves up. Conestoga with speed, trying to find Weber. Be a bit behind her and knocked out of bounds with 8:04 on the clock. Inbound back underway, Beckford has it, and it will be up. The shot short by Kellerman. She has the 2 made threes for the Condors in this game. Takeaways for Coach Nafuente in their last games. They started off great in the game against Fanshawe. 23-9 was the score. They had 50 points at halftime. That's a good spin move going up, unable to get the finish. Bujold was defending. Being able to win the battle, the rebounding battle, and that defensive intensity has been key difference makers in their last couple games, and a part of why they have had success as of recent. Conestoga has been battle tested in that game against Redeemer. It was a very close affair. And then Conestoga came out in the second half firing as they got 19 and 18 in the third and fourth quarters. Competing for a full fourth quarters is going to be the key to success for them, as this is stolen away by Adri Kellerman. Kellerman with another steal. It's her leading 30th. The inbound Schumacher. The give from Kellerman. Quickly corralled now by Weber. Trying to find Beckford. And another whistle. That will be a foul called. Coach Nofuente asking for an explanation on the play. It looks like the foul might be on Destiny for holding that arm. Actually back away, trying to find Weber, will be out of her reach. And now a foul called. This will be on Weber. It's her second foul. Choppy last minute or so, a couple of fouls. Looking for a little bit more fluidity in the game. In the elbow, having a look was Bonnick, opting to backtrack, giving it to Bapty. Bapty working on Schumacher, and that is going to be rejected. A foul will be called, sending Bapty to the line. Bapty has 7 games with 10+ points. This being her 8th, closing in on 700 career points. Very impressive numbers on the defensive side of the ball, and that transition into her being a very dangerous offensive weapon. She's leading in steals this season with 41. Can add a couple more to her ever-growing total in this game. She's looking for a new season high. First option not there. Good recognition. Bonnick had it momentarily. Beyond the arc goes Bapty. Bapty now cuts in. Will be turned away by the Condors. Loose ball, and it is Bapty winning the battle of the 15s. The shot up and good right before the shot clock. That'll be 2 more points for the Hawks. As Marley Bonnick up to double digits now. Bapty needs just 4 more rebounds for a double-double. Hammering on the brakes was Schumacher, backing down, and Beckford lost a handle on the ball, falling on it, picking it up, throwing it over to Schumacher. Back into the paint for Weber, no good on the first chance opportunity. Beckford had it back momentarily. Shot clock put back to 14. The pass will be turned over with the steal. Racing back up the floor go the Hawks. Now we can all catch our breath momentarily as Bapty going to take this one back. The shot up, it will be off the back iron, no good. And it will be won back by the Hawks. Martin has momentarily corner 3. And Bujol shielding off and is going to have possession for the Condors. Was surrounded by 3 Hawks players. Tesfit and Colford coming in for the Condors now. Kosalea Joseph coming back in for the Hawks. Both of these teams so good on the glass. Asking the coaching staff of the Condors how they can win the battle on the glass. Focusing on getting that box out and coming in and really making it difficult for the Hawks to get anything going on the interior. Putting in that work down low as they try to win the battle on the glass. See if they can stop this potent Hawks offense. Be out of bounds, tipped, I believe, by Bapty. Pass intended for Kellerman. And will stay with the Condors. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Tesfa getting over to Culver. Kellerman has to get it up. And the basket will not count. That is a shot clock violation. Bapty will check out of the game. Racks up the minutes, as we mentioned previously. Currently leading the team with over 300. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hawks still with the lead, 39-26. What has been a relatively close game after going on a 12-0 run earlier. Good work off the screen. This shot will not be able to fall. Bujold grabbing the rebound, her third. And a foul going to be called. Foul on Martin Brown, her second. Working right off the screen. Excellent cut to the net from Martin Brown. Was unable to get the shot to fall. And then is going to pick up the foul. Saint-Marie test fit back to work. Looking for a pass, able to get it over to Beckford. Now Culvert. On the opposite side, the shot up the floater, no good. Players jousting for it. Kellerman trying to come for the ball. We played along the ground and now trying along the left wing. Stretch pass into security for the Hawks, waiting for support. This one will go on the backside. Foul on Bujold. That'll be her second.
Ready to box?
2 of 2 on that trip for Destiny. 75% shooter on the season, 10th best field goal percentage in the league. She'll add 2 more points to her total, as she's now up to 6. Pass over now, Culford having a look. Culford trying to work some space, spinning away. Good pressure defensively. Excellent job from Joseph, 5 seconds on the clock. Kellerman lets it go! Will just miss. And this is taken back in by Bonnick. And racing up the floor goes Martin. Back into the corner, now into the post, moving forward, and that will be a foul on Tesfit. .16 seconds on the shot clock. And the lob pass will be taken in, working hard. Ella Schumacher trying to, she's been very good at drawing the offensive charges. But this bucket is going to fall, and the Hawks start to pull away a little bit more. 2 more points for Persia Martin Brown. She is up to 6. That will be a foul called going against Michaela Peel. She picks up her first. .311 to play. Hawks up 43-26 on the Condors as they look to stage a comeback. It's into the interior for Weber, and again she converts an even dozen for Maddie Weber. This shot up off the glass. 2 more points for the Hawks as they answer right back. Tesfit surveys the scene. Able to feed Weber, who provided a number of offensive points for the Condors. This shot up, it's good! Simmerwitt Tesfit going to be picking up the bucket, as that is a clutch shot from the rookie, her first triple. Now Conestoga back on the attack. Bounce pass going to find Beckford. It's heading over to Schumacher. Ella Schumacher looking for a pass and will find Tesfit. Tesfit attacking, going up off the glass. It will be off the mark. Let's take it back in, and that will be a foul called. Tesfit using her speed to generate some offense as Conestoga trying to string a couple baskets together. Beckford back to the line to shoot 2 more, 1 of 2 on the afternoon. And Beckford will continue her 50% shooting on the afternoon. Conestoga down by 13, trying to get another key stop. Beckford in a battle with Bapty. Now going down through the middle, and that will be 2 more points for Joseph. Joseph up to 8 points, shooting 40% from the field. Tesford has Bapty tripped all her, trying to pass it to Kellerman. It is intercepted. Back the other way. Good pass finding Bapty. Her shot will not be able to fall. Wrestled free by Tesford. And it will stay with the Hawks. .11 seconds on the shot clock, 1:26 on the game clock. This one is kissed off the glass and in. Joseph putting 2 more points on the board. Couple of Condors collide. Tesford has the ball just past the logo. Good spin from Beckford. Has Kellerman in the corner. Weber loses it. And now turned over. Here come the Hawks with speed. Bapty closely watched by Weber, under a minute to play. Back. It's going up. Beckford comes away with the rebound. And now she is ahead of steam, going back the other way. Slowing the tempo down, has Kellerman on the right wing. The handoff for Kellerman. Kellerman trying to find an opening. Zips one on over now to Tesford. Shot clock winding down, and it is intercepted. Heading back the other way. Beckford tried to get a piece of this one. It is over to Bapty, sets her feet. And this shot will clang off the iron, no good. And it'll be turned back. Bapty going up and will be fouled. Offensive pressure, or defensive pressure from Bapty. She's now shooting 3 for 9 from 3-point land. Bapty to the line, currently shooting 2 of 3 on the afternoon. Named to the second team All-Star last season. She is leading the charge offensively for her team as this shot good. 2 more points for Bapty, up to a team high, game high 17 for number 15. Shot clock shot off, 7 seconds to go. Schumacher takes a quick look at the clock, having to get a shot up, and will not be able to do so. The defense continuing to be suffocating for the Hawks. We enter the 4th. 51-32 our score, Hawks leading. We are ready to get back underway. Good third quarter for the Humber Hawks, 15-6 as they lead 51-32 heading into the fourth. Led by Bapti, Bonnick, and Joseph, all 10-plus point efforts in this game. Beckford, once again, double-digit rebounds as Weber leading with 12 points, closely followed by Kellerman with 8. Conestoga, good closeout from Schumacher. Around the elbow, it is swung over as Garamu had it momentarily. This shot off the mark from Bonnick. Schumacher tried to corral, but it will remain with, and it is good. That is a deep 2 for the Hawks. Kellerman looking for the seat, and that is going to be knocked away. Bapti getting another steal. Up to 19 points after that deep 2 from Sarah Bapti, who's continuing to have a great game here this afternoon against Conestoga. This mid-range jumper will be rolling around the rim, no good. It'll be wrestled away up, no good, and Beckford coming in. There will not be a third chance on this possession. Culver going to be pressured. Had the ball knocked away momentarily, was able to collect. Quick little stutter trying to find some open space. Has Schumacher towards the top of the arc, but they're going into the interior for Beckford. Shot having to get up. Schumacher will be no good. Coming back the other way, thought about the shot. Now Bonnick drives in. The back pass will be swatted away by Beckford. And now back into the interior, Bonnick. Bonnick throws it deep. Bonnick now up over 100 points on the season with 11 points this afternoon. She's able to grab the rebound. Little no-look pass in to find Garamu. And Garamu goes off the glass and in. So now Garamu picking up her first bucket of the contest. Bapti has 4 steals in the game, and that is a new single season high for her. Continuing to steal the ball at will, closing in on 200 career. Schumacher puts it back into the interior for Beckford. Now Culver lets it go. This one rattles around. 2 minutes have come and gone. Conestoga looking for a response against the Hawks. Beckford matching up against Garamu. The shot will be off the mark and coming back. Here comes Schumacher, head of steam, and will be knocked free. The foul going to Toronto native Persia Martin Brown. That's going to be her 3rd of the game. 103 points in her rookie season. Yet to hit a 3-pointer. This one in and out of the hands of Beckford, and the Hawks immediately pounce on it and they head back the other way. Top of the arc, Beckford closely watching Bapti as these two have clashed all afternoon. Good crossover to generate some space, going up and finishing through traffic. Sarah Bapti continues to generate offense. That's the 6th best field goal percentage at 36.6. And she has had herself a game. Kellerman sinks into this one now, looking around, trying to find Weber. Shot clock running down. It'll be off the rim, no good. No second chance opportunity to be had. It's stolen away, going up, and Kellerman is fouled. Kellerman heading to the line, be her first 2 free throws. Humber playing a very clean game, not too many free throws for the Condors that we had, just 7 of them thus far. Kellerman now shooting 68.8% is her percentage this season. One of 2 for Adri Kellerman. She's up to 9 points. And now it's Bapti right back to work. will offload. And now it's tempo slowing down momentarily as Joseph has 10 points, has a quick look. And again, the distribution of the Hawks really has the defense moving. The shot up for the corner three. It's good! Joseph had 10 points against the Conestoga Condors in their last game, 14 against the Falcons. And Wendy's, she's been red hot in recent games. Joseph up to 13 points in this one.
Rob, get in it! Rob!
This pass will be corralled by Beckford. Into the interior has Colford in the corner. It goes up, will not be able to fall for Weber. Long stretch pass finding Bonnick. Marley Bonnick in. And she'll be turned away. This one corralled by Bapty. Had a little bit of trouble with it. Was able to finally get a handle on it. And a nice move. That is going to be a travel called. A nice looking move for Garamu was negated, however, by the travel. Culver using the screen. An immediate pressure on her from Joseph into the interior for Kellerman. Kicks out Bujold. And she'll let it go. This one will go long. It will be kept alive by Culver, having to get a shot back for the hitting off the foot of Bapty. Bapty slowing the tempo down. Has an opening in the corner. Bujold trying to keep her close tabs on her. Top there, that one in and out of the hands of Joseph. She keeps it alive. In for Garamu off the glass and in. That will be over and back. A couple substitutions coming into the game for both teams. Schumacher checking back in for the Condors. Martin Brown into the game again for the Hawks. She'll be set for the inbound, able to find Selah Joseph. Utilizing the screen to perfection on that one is Winter Joseph, still looking for her first bucket of the game, and that is swatted away by Schumacher. And Schumacher gets the defensive stop right on cue. That will be a foul called on Winter Joseph. We know Winter Joseph, that's her first foul of the game. Conestoga looking to inbound on the far sideline. I think that we had able to find Schumacher right around the logo. Pass intended for Beckford. It will be picked off. Another steal for the Hawks. 19 steals for the Hawks, as they have really got into those passing lanes, causing a lot of disruption. And the mid-range jumper will be good. Apostolou going to be picking up her first bucket of the game. And now Kellerman on the counter-attack. Adrian Kellerman, nice crossover, and will immediately be met there by Winter Josephs. Bujold surveying the scene, trying to get it into the interior, able to find Kellerman. She keeps it alive. Schumacher right back to Kellerman. Adri Kellerman underneath and is swatted away. This play kept alive. Weber closely watching, and this will be kept alive, trying to force her to the sideline, and this is out of bounds. And that will be a timeout taken by the Condors. Head coach Dee Channer, currently in her 10th season. 1 minute timeout, 64-33. Back and forth game. It's very close at halftime, and Humber has erupted for 28 points in the half. And their defense really coming alive right now, holding the Condors to just 7 points in the half. Action ready to get back underway. This Humber Hawks team is an absolute powerhouse, and it's very hard to come in and try to put out that fire. They have so many offensive weapons. Conestoga is trying to hold them at bay, and this one is picked off. Heading back the other way, Kellerman back to defend. This one will not fall. Maddie Weber grabbing another defensive board, and a foul will be called. Two-shot penalty as Conestoga into the bonus. That has Weber shooting two. Be good on the first. Weber had 86 points in 7 games last season, 11 points versus Redeemer, 12 rebounds as the second shot will fall out. On the ensuing possession for the Hawks, they are right back to work. Bujol closely trying to keep her woman at bay, and this is swatted away, but it will be a foul, contact to the head. Two shots for Karina Winter-Joseph. Currently a 65.5% shooter, averaging 8 points per game, but held relatively quiet in this contest. Winter-Joseph, will convert on both. But Brampton, Ontario now checking out. Bapty back into the game with 2:51 to play. Kellerman able to find Schumacher. And Conestoga setting back up the floor. Hawks defense really the story of the afternoon, as they have picked off several passes, really making it hard for Conestoga to get anything going offensively. But right on cue, Adri Kellerman knocks down another triple. That's Kellerman's third triple, 3 of 4, as Tesfit with the other marker from deep. Throwing it back in deep. As Guillermo tried to get into the interior, now opting back. Bapty drives and is able to finish, getting around several Condors, and another good hard drive to the net, resulting in 2 more points for Sarah Bapty. Schumacher feeding it into the paint for Weber. Pump fake and goes for the reversal. No good. Beckford trying to grab the offensive board. It's a fight for it in the paint. And Beckford coming away with it. It's up and good. Great tenacity in the paint for the Condors, as they were able to convert on the point. Tesfit back into the game for the Condors. Substitutions made for the Humber Hawks as well, as we play on. 90 seconds, just over 90 seconds to go in this game. Conestoga trying to hold the Hawks to the perimeter. They've done a good job getting into the interior part of the floor. Moving up, the floater will not be good. A foul called on the play. Beckford going to be picking up the foul, her third. Apostolo going to the line to shoot 2. This will be her first trip of the afternoon. Currently a 71.4% shooter, 15 points on the season for the rookie from Mississauga. Did not record a point in the last time versus Conestoga. Has 2 in the game thus far. Beckford hands off over to Schumacher. Trying to generate some space, finding Tesfit now. Semerowit Tesfit looking. Kellerman has it. Dying seconds in the shot clock. Kellerman generating space, loses the handle on the ball, and it will be knocked away. Coming back the other way, it's going to be Nawar up and in. Nawar picking up 2 more points. Nawar gets her first basket. Nearly every player that has stepped onto the floor for the Hawks getting a point, showcasing their depth. As we'll get another look at this one with 38.7 seconds to go. Going up over to Weber. There's the contact. And that foul call, Weber back to the line. 4 attempts this afternoon, leading the team with 13 points. Shot up and good for Maddie Weber. She'll add 1 more point to her total. Now 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Trying to close out, and this will be last touched. Like there will be a substitution made, as Martin might have had some contact in that battle for the ball near the baseline. She will head to the bench. 29.3 seconds on the clock. Schumacher able to send it over to Weber, going up the floor with speed now. Nice crossover from Tesfit. She drives in, curls back, feeding Beckford. It's into the corner, and that is going to be a foul called. Beckford to the line. Beckford 50% on the afternoon. 12 rebounds, 6 points, 4 assists for Jamila Beckford. This play starts with the speed of Tesfit. Good recognition, as it looks like Beckford was trying to get it over to Kellerman. The foul preceded that. The second shot will fall for Jamila Beckford. And she remains at 50%. Shot clock shut off, and the Humber Hawks content to run out the clock. Winter Josephs, the final score will be 70-41 for the Humber Hawks, and they improve to 9-2, a 4-game winning streak as they try to hunt down the Mohawk Mountaineers. The high scorers are going to be Maddie Weaver with 14 points, Adria Kellerman with 12 points for the Condors. The Hawks led by Sarah Bapty with 23, Joseph 13, and Bonnick 11. Next action for the Conestoga Condors is going to be against Fanshawe, January 22nd, and a lengthy road trip. The next 4 games will be on the road. You can catch all that action OCAA live. And that will do it from the Student Rec Center. From all of us here, I'm Adrian McCuskey. Be sure to tell somebody you love them, and we will see you in the next game. Have a great afternoon.